Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be in Austin Point, and today we're going to be looking at David Weekley. There you go, right there. You can see it. And this is going to be their model here. This is a 45-foot product, and we're going to go take a look at this beautiful home. Now, what I really like about this home is I saw it from the very get-go. I remember when they actually broke ground and started laying out the form boards I'd say almost at this point, 8 months ago, even maybe potentially more than that. And I remember seeing it all come up. So this is really cool how they did this. They went with a little bit different style with a dark gray on the outside. I've even seen some more creative colors that they're coming out with. So going away from your very traditional things here, let's go take a look. All right, you can, first of all, let's always start off by saying, look how beautiful this landscaping is that they've done. They just really did an amazing job, went over the top. Most builders are not going to do this, but David Weekley did, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now here's the house that I mentioned to you earlier. As I talked about, it's got a much different style than expected. You know, you got the, it's going to have the hardy plank around, but you've got the dark grays and a brown. So interesting part of the like the color concept here and what they did. You do have the stone as well, which they really did a beautiful job. Of course, you have the stamped concrete as well. And let's go take a look at this. Now, if you remember from some of my other David Weekley videos, I just always love how they put their stamp of approval right here, David Weekley. So, you know, they always do a beautiful job on their homes. And again, we see another 8-foot door coming right here. And let's go inside and take a look. All right, so we're now inside the model home, and this is what I really love about this is their sight lines. You get all the way from the front door all the way to the back. Let me go and take it and show you. All right, so we're skipping a couple bedrooms. We're gonna come back and take a look at these, but you can see how this just opens up, and we're gonna be showing you all the greatness that this house has to offer. So it's right over there. I'm real estate consultant Norbert Rivera, and I'm your go-to expert for anything that has to do here with Austin Point, Brookwater, Rye Hill, you name it, anything in Fort Bend County, we're here for you. We want to make sure you're getting all the right information that you need to know as a local so you can make the best decision for you and your family. So stay tuned and reach out to us for any questions you might have. We're going to get back to you with all those answers. All right, I said earlier we're going to skip 2 bedrooms. Now we're going to go take a look at those. So come take a look at this. I really like what they've done with the space on this. And then you're going to go ahead and decide if this home plan will work for you. All right, as we come in, now you can see they got really creative with some of the different coloring here. This is really good. Okay, so this is going to be looks like a full-size bed right here. You see the great windows that come in. Again, I think that you're having your natural light in this is so important. And that's going to be something there to really see how everything works. There you go. You get a little bit better, different lighting now. You got the closet right here. There is a bathroom that's going to be in between this next bedroom. So as you can take a look here, you do have the full bedroom right here. You do get a beautiful quartz countertop there. You do have a matte black faucet. And of course, you take a look at the shower that you have right through here. So white tiles on this one. Really like what they did with the flooring. The gray here really goes well with those brown luxury vinyl here. Let's take a look at this one. Now this is going to be unique because this is going to be an actual bedroom here. They're using it as a design center. So you can kind of pick out the different packages that you like. So if you do build, you can go ahead and pick from a lot of the different packages here. Now each one's going to have a little bit of a different upgrade cost to these. They do have some that are standard as well, so you can take a look and see maybe they've got something there's a standard one that you like is there. That could be a perfect fit for you. But of course, take a look at some of the different packages and how they get that set up. Right? Now, there's a sign here that says look up. So we're going to look up, and what we're going to see here, and I'm going to go and try to zoom in. You can see they've got spray foam here throughout the attic. Now they do that, of course, to go ahead and help with managing of the electricity bills, keeping the house cooler during the summer. And I can tell you it is hot right now outside, but it feels really great inside. And of course, warm during the winter. So that's a great That's a great feature. Not every single builder is going to do that. So if you do pick up a David Weekley, rest assured you're going to be getting some really good energy efficient home. All right, take a look. So this is a 4-bedroom plan. This is just shy of 2,300 square feet, but they really use the square footage well. So that's why I like David Weekley and some of their different build quality. You can see what they've done here. And again, another full-size bed right here. You've got a chest of drawers right there. And again, just really good use of space. You have the couple nightstands there, plenty of space. This room itself is going to have its own bathroom. So it's had its own little ensuite right there. Quartz countertop as well. It's full standing shower, which is nice. And let's go and take a look here. Now you are going to have your laundry off of this wing here. So now we're on the left-hand side of the house. Now, of course, whichever direction you get your house built, that would change. And this is one of my favorite offices that I've seen here in Austin Point. You can take a look here, just how this room is set up. Now again, this is something you could go ahead and get closed up if you wanted a full office with French doors, if you wanted to do that, but you get plenty of space. This is huge, actually. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be about a 13 by 12 foot room. And that's just gonna be my guess, taking a look at it. Again, you see the natural light coming in here. You can go and put a fan in here as well, in case you do get warm, but that's gonna be a great flow, which leads right into this living room. Now, one of the things I really like about this house is gonna be this kitchen. Take a look at all of these. You get tons of cabinets in here. We're gonna turn this around so you can see it in all of its cabinets that it has to give you. All right, here we are. This is gonna be the kitchen. As you can see, you're getting a ton of cabinetry, as I mentioned earlier. You've got a beautiful backsplash coming in here. We're gonna go grab that there. You're gonna have, I love the hardware they did on here, which is gonna be the gold hardware. Of course, you have the Frigidaire appliances throughout, and the quartz countertop right here. Hey, one of my favorite things about David Weekley, and you've got to come out here, the cookies. Like I can tell they just cooked these because the house smells like warm cookies, and I can just say, I just picked it up and they smell amazing. So if you're here, make sure you come out. So if you're here, make sure you take a look and come by and taste some of those. Now, one of the things, if you saw some of the other homes that we've shown you here in Austin Point, you do see where you have the kitchen. You're gonna have your dining and you're gonna have your living room here. Now, what I really like about this is that these are not stacked on top of each other. This is actually a little staggered here, so they're not all in a line. Now, this particular home here, you've got even another little bit of a buffet area right there, but this opens up, so you got plenty of space in between. You're not on top. You're not gonna be bumping in from the stool to this chair. So that's great use of the space here. You also, from here, you can go right on out if you wanna go into the backyard and enjoy that. Now, again, what I really like about this is gonna be your 8-foot door. And again, what I always say is that this 8-foot door gives you a lot of different presence there. Most builders are not gonna give you an 8-foot door here, but in Austin Point, you do see that. Now here we are in the living room, and you're gonna see how this just really opens up here. I love how they did this with the different decorative wall that they did there. Really beautiful job that they did. And again, what I like about this again is gonna be the ceiling height. This is not one of those ceilings here where you're gonna be going up 14, 15 feet and cooling or heating air you're never really gonna use. This is about 10 feet high and really just stands out. These windows are incredible. I love how large they are. So they're not operable. So again, if you've seen some of my videos, that means that they don't open, but they're really beautiful and bringing in that natural light to really enhance this living room. Hey, let's go take a look at this master. All right, we're heading in now. And I just love the color they did here. Just so calming throughout. Something you've definitely got to see here. But if we take a look here, This is going to be the king size bed. You get plenty. These are actually extra wide on your nightstands. So going to be extra wide right here. So you can see, even with that, how much space you still have. And of course, you got the matching right over there. Again, now these windows are still going to be just as wide as what you saw in the living room, maybe even a tad bit wider. These do open up, of course. That is always a fire safety thing there. They do have to open up in the bedrooms. But you can see this large dresser right here with the chair here. Now, one thing that David Weekley does is they really always talk about their build quality, and you can really see that with some of the different things that they put in. That's why I said at the very beginning, they put their name on their house. It's really their stamp of approval, and you know you're going to be getting a great home. Let's take a look into the master bed, or the master bathroom. And again, I really like how they use this space. You do have the 2 sinks. So here they went with the white cabinets. You have 2 sinks. You have the gold finishes as well. You do have the black faucets. Those are matte finish there. And again, I love how they did this. Of course, no one's ever actually going to do that, but it looks really, really beautiful there. You do have the gold light fixtures there. Looks like a sage wall as well. So really beautiful how they did that design. Mixes really, really well with this. This is the David Weekley Super Shower, so goes really, really well with the Super Shower. Now, on this David Weekley Super Shower, I've got to estimate this is probably going to be about 9 feet, maybe even 10 feet long. So you're going to get plenty of space here to come in. I always say I would love to see if they did like a rainfall shower head right there. That'd be great. But again, you bring in more natural light with these 2 windows right over the top. And again, going into the closet, you see just how much space you have in here. Really great size on the space. I'm really happy with what they did here. I think this is a beautiful use of everything. So Austin Point is located right here in Richmond. If you're not familiar with it, it's going to be at the corner. It's going to be right on Booth Line and at the corner of Ricefield Road. So that's going to be south of 59, right close to 762, which will take you right by George Ranch High School, up Crab River Road. And of course, there's going to be other developments that's going to be coming out in this area. Some of the great things that we're seeing with this area is just how much growth is coming out here. So if you drive out here, I'm going to be very honest with you, you're going to probably say it's in the middle of nowhere, and you wouldn't be wrong. But only just a few minutes away, now when I say a few, I'm talking about like 3 and 4 minutes away, you've got other subdivisions that are already developed and close by. You have other commercial that's already being built. So even though it may feel that way when you come out here, it is not. You have so much that's closer to you. It's just exactly going to be, is it going to be the area of town that you want? Now, I also talked to a lot of people about what's coming out and what is this really going to be. Now I can tell you this is going to be very much like Cinco Ranch, if you're familiar there with the Katy area. There's so many things happening here in the area that really, I don't want to say haven't been announced, but it's not getting a lot of press, so most people don't really know about it. Austin Point is going to have some commercial use, commercial development being put in. You've already seen some plans for medical offices that will be coming in a couple phases in the future. We also know that there's going to be 1,000 acres. This is 4,700 acres of homes, but 1,000 of those acres are being dedicated to green space. So if you want to have a park, go out, have a picnic, you could do that. There's going to be, there's actually a beautiful creek right over here to my right, which is going to be absolutely beautiful, just to kind of go out and walk around, enjoy the peacefulness that is Austin Point. Some of the other things are going to be 1824, which is just located here. It's walking distance from this model home. And it's going to have, it's going to be a coffee shop in the daytime. In the evening, you want to go grab a beer, you can head over there. Glass of wine, they can take care of you. They're going to be offering all those things there and great amenities. It's going to be a gathering area for all of the family to come out and take a look at that and to really enjoy Austin Point. And again, with Richmond, how much growth is happening in Richmond, this is the perfect time to get in. Now, Austin Point is going to have nearly 14,000 dwellings. So that's different types of homes. So it might be apartments and homes, but about 10,000 homes. And there's going to be 4,000 other different types of homes that are coming out. That means since they just opened up, this is your chance to get in right now while some of those deals are great. Now, we've started seeing, just like every community does, they price their homes, they started adjusting those to get those sales coming in, and now they've really dialed in. We're starting to see these sales happen. So this is gonna be that perfect time for you to come in, get your home, and for the next 10, 15 years, you let those developers drive up your home value, because every time they sell 2 and 3 homes, they're gonna be increasing those homes. And so that's gonna be how you get into these subdivisions. You get in at the very beginning, and you're gonna be making your equity off of the builders. So there's so many different things that are happening out here. You're gonna be close to Brazos Town Center, which is only gonna be, I would say from here, about 12 minutes away, very close by. You're gonna have H-E-B that's gonna be right there as well. You're gonna have your Targets, you're gonna have Walmart not too far away, Home Depot. So many things are happening right now, and they're gonna be putting some more stuff closer. With that many homes, there's developments coming out here. So this is your perfect opportunity for you to come out, take advantage of this great subdivision while it's in its infancy, and you can be making some great deals and be happy you did in 10, 12 years when you go to sell the home. Imagine being able to buy a home now at $400,000 and selling it in about 10 years for, I don't know, $550,000, $600,000, whatever that is. That's going to be able to help you to make that decision for the future. So again, Austin Point has so much different potential that's happening right now that you can come in and enjoy this. So everybody, we know there's always a lot of choices out there for different homes and developments. Let us know what we can do, what questions you have. We want to make sure that we are your resource to answer all of those. So everybody, you all take care, and we'll see you on the next one.